Discovering Amistad keeps history alive through its message of freedom, hope, and human rights lessons, which are taught on its floating classroom. Here to tell us about their upcoming Black History Month event and the great work they do all year long is Executive Director Paula Mann-Agnew. Paula, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thanks for inviting me.
I love this so much as a mom and, always looking for new ways for kids to learn. I just love what you guys are doing. First, let's talk a little bit about your organization and what you do.
Sure. So the organization, the name of it is Discovering Amistad. We own and operate the 129-foot tall ship.
Love it.
And what we do is we like to refer to the ship as a floating classroom or a floating museum, because we have an opportunity to use the ship to get into history, but not only that, but to connect history with the present. Mm-hmm. And also, as we're doing that, to have an opportunity to connect history with Connecticut, with the country, with racial justice, with social justice, and kind of a more inclusive look at the history of the Amistad.
It really is a hands-on way for kids to learn, and I think that really makes an impact on them, and it helps them remember instead of just maybe just reading it in a history book when you actually experience it, right?
Yes.
So for those who may not know the story of the 1893, or I'm sorry, 1839, I'm saying that backwards, Amistad Rebellion, tell people what it is.
Yes, I will tell you about it, and I'm so glad you asked it, because it's not only children, but it's also adults that don't necessarily know the story of the Amistad. And it's kind of surprising, but I think one of the things that we realize is that sometimes in history, it might be a little skewed, or there might be some parts of history that are omitted. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people don't know the story, and they should, because it's such a powerful chapter in our history. And so, excuse me, there were 53 Men Day. 49 men and 3 children, 49 men and 4 children that were kidnapped. It actually from Sierra Leone, and they were actually taken to Cuba on a ship called Takora, which was a slave ship. Once they got to Cuba, 2 sailors made the decision to secretly take these 53 Men Day and put them on a cargo ship. And the cargo ship is the Amistad. And the reason why I like to clarify that is because sometimes people think that the Amistad ship was a slave ship, and it wasn't. It was actually a cargo ship. Okay. And so they secretly put these individuals on this ship. The goal was that they were going to take them and enslave them in the Caribbean. But they were able to tap into their leadership abilities, and they were able to uprise. They were led by a young man named Singbe Pie, who actually found a nail and was able to not only free himself, but he fought for their lives on the ship, and then eventually fought for their freedom in the court system.
Such a powerful story. I wish we had more time to get into the nitty-gritty details of it, because it really is so incredibly inspiring about human resiliency and just so powerful. All the information is up on our screen, but very, very quickly, where can people go for more information?
Oh, go to our website, discoveringamistad.org, and we'd like to quickly invite everyone to come to the Black History event.
Awesome.
That will take place this Friday at 3 o'clock at the Old State House.
All right, Paula, sharing this story and being here. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Take care.